Our boy Faker is coming into impeccable form right when it matters towards the end of the season in preparation for playoffs and worlds. There's a slight little hiccup there. You can see he dropped down. There was a lot of people that were actually targeting him in SOLOQ and inting his games, but he just said, this week, dude, I'm going all out. Fuck the inters. I'm going to try my hardest. He's 75% win rate from his last 20 games, and he came up against a familiar foe this week, and that is Nemesis. Today, I'm going to break down their matchup, talk about how it gets played out, hopefully help you guys to understand the mid lane some more, and climb some divisions. Jumping onto the Rift today, guys, we have Faker on Syndra, and we have Nemesis on Twisted Fate. And Nemesis was one of the best Twisted Fates in the LEC back in, what was that, 2019. Whilst Faker, of course, known for a super strong and aggressive Syndra, so let's see what he can get done in the lane. This matchup definitely favors the Syndra, especially in the early game where she can use that ranged advantage and obviously damage advantage to poke out the Twisted Fate. You can see he's weaving those autos. Now, Syndra, guys, climbing back into the meta, by the way, especially in competitive and high elo. She has 20 flat less mana on her Qs, if you can remember that buff. So we get a little bit of an awkward E out there by Faker. Nemesis with the moves. And if you are Nemesis, like, a lot of the times you've just got to sack a little bit of this early CS in order to get the boot buy later on. Boots into Syndra is like the best rush. It's movement speed. You need to be able to juke out on her QE and her Qs. It's the only thing you can do. So usually I'll rush Mercs, and it just counteracts those goddamn skill shots, those pesky little skill shots. As Faker looking to try and zone away from these creeps, and it's working successfully. Building up what looks to be possibly a 20 CS advantage, sorry, a 10 CS advantage in this early game. Pops a ward over onto the Viego. Now, the problem with this matchup is, so I recommend, if you're going to run Syndra, guys, run Ignite, run Electrocute. Into Twisted Fate, potentially run Cleanse. So he is very susceptible to early ganks. If Twisted Fate flash gold cards, he's done. The Viego will wrap around, and he's going to die. So he needs to put good vision out and get good knowledge of where the enemy jungler is to try and avoid this. Waves coming in. Nemesis with the minion demons. And I'm just nervous for him with the Viego here. So he sees that Olaf is on bot side scuttle. The Viego should be top side. So you should be hovering into the bot side pocket here. And just like I said, like, Faker going to drop low. He's going to try and kite to his Olaf. He has flash. He flashes and it doesn't work. Nemesis picks up first blood. And I think that's a pretty important message to you all. Like, Vision, he should have known that Viego most likely was hovering top side. So he should have been in the bot side pocket near the Olaf. So it's very important with your lane positioning, guys. Just where you're sitting, and in the early game, it's going to 100% keep you alive, or at least a lot less deaths or having to burn your flashes. As he TPs down at the bot side. And this is just a disaster from the get-go. Nemesis flashes in, super aggressive. Dude, well played. Nemesis rushes the Lucidity Boots. And 4-1 in the early game. Well played by Nemesis. Good job. Nice counter TP into the bot side. Faker. He of course gets the tier. Tier is very popular right now on these mages like the Orianna, like the Syndra. Just gives you a nice steady flow of mana in the early game. And then a nice little mid to late game spike when you of course get that upgrade. Gonna get the hard shove. It's just gonna shove into Nemesis. You can't really pull it. Nemi's got his Dark Seal, he's got his Amp. And he's actually set probably to hit level, definitely hit, he's gonna hit, he has a nice CS advantage, sorry, XP advantage here. He's gonna hit level 6 first. Maybe make that ultimate. Try and cut open the bot or top side. Probably not the top side considering it's a Tarn Bloody Kench, but we'll see. And Nemesis here just needs to avoid poke. There's nothing that you just do not want to get chunked at level 5 before Syndra's 6. You know? Sometimes you got to lose the small little skirmishes to win the war, you know? You just sack a little bit of the CS just to make sure you can't get level 6 all end and you're healthy and full for the level 6 ultimate, which he does have now and should be looking bot side. Nice jukes. There we go. Those boots I'm talking about. Play cocky. Like, you can, when you get this movement speed, man, play around with this. You'll die a lot, but like, when I verse caps and verse these high elo mids, you'll notice their movements are very cocky. You'll throw your skill shot behind them where a lot of defensive players will run back. And they run into you, they run forward, they run to the side. They run places where it's like, dude, that you're putting yourself in the line of fire, but because you're not expecting them to think like that, that's how they move. And it works so good into non-confident players, guys. It's crazy. So I would definitely recommend trying out like cocky movements and cocky jukes in lane. More so like maybe in normal games first, just to test it out, get comfortable with it. Oh, then so you see how Nemesis almost turned back into that. That's what I'm talking about. He does get caught by it. Faker doesn't pull the trigger full back. He knows that Nemesis is going to stutter a little bit. And now he's in kill threat. Pops the heal. Ooh, I didn't even notice that. He unsealed spellbook to heal. Faker, nice little stunt. Should be able to get out. Look at Nemesis's buy. He goes a goddamn Kindle Gem. Looking for the, of course, the Everfrost, but it's a very defensive setup. It's all around cooldown reduction in the early game, which I like. Plays around the ultimate. I don't mind the build. Just a very defensive build as both mids look to get their Lucidity boots. And the Viego. Dude, that, the mid lane, I can't tell how the mid lane wave's situated. Is it slow shoving back into Nemesis? Let's see. Oh no, Nemesis hard shoving. He has ultimate as well. Alright. Gets the shove in. Man, I think T1 are sitting 5th, I think, in the LCK at the moment. They're against Gen G tomorrow, who is 2nd. And I think, like, every game matters at this point. Top Esports, who's Knight, they've qualified for playoffs at 10th in the LPL. Like, the LPL is so stacked, man. It is absolutely ridiculous. But I don't think Chovy's going to be going to Worlds, unfortunately. Doing be a Knight, I reckon. As Nemesis pops the TP into the top side, Faker will try and run up and follow it. He can't get there in time. Puts the ward out. And you've got to admit, Nemesis with a lot of map impact this game. Really the reason behind their early lead. It's Faker. Not going to panic, just going to farm it up. Shove it in. Nemesis still with the CS lead. Probably huge gold lead as well because of Twisted Fate's passive. Dark Seal gets the amp. Nautilus picks the kill onto the Jinx. Bot side gets the double. And that's what you want to see if you're rooting for Faker. No Syndra skin. Like, why? Please. Just wear a skin on Syndra. The base skin is so ugly. Got Flash, got the Phase Rush. We're pretty safe here. Nemesis got the level lead, got the Lost Chapter. And I'm having a lot of messages of people telling me they tried the Graves mid and they're having such good success with it in their elos. Stun Lance. Probably can get one more. Oh, here comes the Karma. Thank God for Phase Rush. A lot of people having success with Graves mid. I'm just getting like a lot of screenshots of people just stomping silver games with like 20 kills. Pretty hectic. As this is all you really want to be doing on Syndra. Just poking with your range advantage and hovering, like tethering just outside of Twisted Fate's gold card range. You never want to be inside of that. The only way Twisted Fate should be able to get a gold card on you is if he flashes, okay? And if it goes wrong, it means that you're just spacing incorrectly. There just should not be a situation unless he has rapid fire cannon that he gets it. Like, and that's why as Twisted Fate, you're looking probably for Everfrost into rapid fire. It's the best build into any control mage. Syndra, Victor, Azir, anything that outranges you. It solves all the problems as Twisted Fate. If you're into like a more short range all-in comp, like say they have an, I don't know, like an Echo, their jungler is a goddamn Graves or something, grab the Hourglass because they're probably going to all-in you. Lichbane Hourglass is usually better. instead of the rapid fire cannon. Rapid fire just counteracts long range comps. Simple as that. So we almost get level 9. Level 9 is a really nice spike for Syndra. Gets that extra damage amp on the Q from her passive. And Nemesis. Oh, we have TP. We have TP. We got a TP into the top side here. Nemesis ulted up with the Everfrost. And we're going to come in now. Get CC'd up. Someone eat that shutdown onto the Twisted Fate, please. TF picks up the Olaf. Faker, not able to get anything off. Look at Nemesis's Ghost extended. And Faker, he wants it. He's hungry for it. He's going to try and keep that. Ooh, good hook by Nautilus. Try and kill the TF. Come on. Faker eats the shutdown, and now Viego is on the hunt. He's probably going to die here, but I don't think he really cares. That's a nice bounty over onto the Syndra. But how aggressive is Viego? Love it. Ezreal's on crack. Respect. Faker making his way to Ludens. Hopefully we see Faker get Ludens. I'd want Ludens, Banshee's Archangel, I think, and then into Void. I think that'd be such a nice build. Be super hard for the enemy team to stun you up and get on you. Nemesis going for the rapid fire cannon. It's perfect. They got a 4k gold lead on blue side. The only problem is this Ezreal seems hella cracked. Oh? That's so lucky that Nemesis jukes that Q. Faker doesn't actually have ult though, so it wouldn't have been an all-in. This Jinx just doesn't seem to have it. Ezreal ult juked. Still level lead for Nemesis. His ultimate's coming up. Stun lands. Oh. He was looking for that. And now Nemesis will be forced to take the base. Faker should be able to hard shove it. And get a little bit of an XP. Try and get some XP back into the bloody matchup. He's so far behind it. Oh, no flash. Stun lands. Nemesis is dead. Baby. Ezreal picks up the Karma. Here comes the Gangplank. Dude, Gangplank 2 levels? Why are we so far behind from all this dirty skirmishing? Looking for the Luden's bite. Okay, I like this. Land the stun here. Stun lands. He ults over onto Faker. Faker using that phase rush to get up. Pops the Q over for the kill. Gets the shutdown as well. Really nicely played in space by Faker. He'll back for the Ludens here. And Syndra can really turn it on in the mid game against the Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate lacks a lot of damage. You need to CC and kite back. Because in an all-in, the Syndra pick is going to eat you alive. There's nothing you can do. You can't juke because usually the Syndra will just QR all the balls out and she'll spread them all over you. Doesn't feel as enjoyable as it sounds, which it doesn't sound enjoyable at all. And anyways, we're going to head back down to the bot side. TP up in 35 seconds. TP and flash, 35 seconds. Both going to come up. We're half a level behind Nemesis. I don't know how we're going to close this gap. We're probably going to need a solo. This poor Tom Kench build. Nice. We're like half a wave off 11. Such a nice spike to get that ultimate leveled up. But enemy team's just going to give it. And this lane state, I love. Putting the Ezreal mid is just, it's the perfect AD to situate into the mid lane. And Syndra can actually play pretty aggressive in the side lane if you have phase rush. Without phase rush, side laning on Syndra is pretty hard. You can't kite anything out. And do you see how he's spamming Q here? That's so that, do you see this? Please, guys. Just spam your Q so you have as many balls out as possible. As many angles out. You never want to be holding. As here we go. Gets the stun onto Nemesis, looking for the kill. Q into R. One flash Q would kill, but the cooldown wasn't quite up. Nemesis pops the ultimate. Out of vision, flash gold card. Pops the IG. Nemesis trying to kite. Beautiful movement. Nemesis with the solo kill. Twisted Fate into Syndra. He gets a solo kill. I don't think Gross Gore could do that. That was so aggressive. So he unsealed Spellbook, transitioned to Ignite. Then he used the flash in for the gold card. Knew that Faker didn't have... It doesn't have Cleanse. And he drops. And it does look like Faker is going for the Banshees next, which I think is such a smart and efficient buy into this pick. It just counteracts Twisted Fate's whole kit. Like, you don't have... If you run Cleanse, you don't have to go Banshees second. But Banshees tax... Oh, TP into the mid lane. Should be an easy kill over onto the Jinx. Bad stun by Faker there. Pulls it a little bit early. Gonna wait the gangplank out. Time Canch ults in. Gets the knock up onto the Viego. Faker instantly R's the Viego. Spreads his balls. Get the Q goes out. And Olaf. I'm liking where this is going. Q! Faker. Cheers for the kill. And we are 4-4. Nemesis with the... Dude, Nemesis with the Medjais. 11 stacks. 8, 1, and 2. This guy's trying his heart out. But unfortunately, his bot lane... More just the Jinx. Dropping the ball. Pun intended. Stopwatch now for Faker. Stopwatch? Is he going to be going for the Hourglass? He's going to go for the Zhonya's, perhaps. I would say Banshees is better. I mean, Banshees Hourglass trade-off, it's... So you're going to be able to get stunned by Twisted Fate, but any type of follow-up or all-in, you can Hourglass, or you can just Hourglass the gold card if you want. And it can kind of counteract the Viego all-in, sure. As we're getting the E maxed out now. Q max, then E max on Syndra. W max always last. Dragon spawning in like 40. It's really tough. This is such a tough macro call to make for Faker. I'm interested to see what he does. So if Nemesis has any brains... Oh, as a fight breaking out bot. I was going to say Nemesis should just hard shove topside. Because Faker can't match with TP. But the problem is his team just sucks. And they get picked out. So he has to back and go and help them. And this is just such a bad move because there's Ezreal's eating them alive and then Faker now just gets free farm. Gets free farm, gets access to the mid lane tower. And this Ezreal is pumping them. Faker with a grin on his face. Should have a lead now over Nemesis. Lost his Medjais on that too, poor guy. Hit the back. I don't think we have any upgrades. It's pretty pricey from here. Let's see if he had enough. He did the tower though. Gets the Hourglass. He gets the Hourglass. Interesting Hourglass pickup. Should be the Archangel next into Void. What the hell item is that from Ezreal? I just generally have never built that item in my life. I have no idea what it is. How can I be challenged? I'm a challenger and I just do not. I've never built that on any champion I play. Yeah, I got no words. No idea. That's fucking crazy. FAKER at level 13, I'm pretty confident, should be able to kill Nemesis here. Here we go. Q lands, R, and then we're just going to E. Nice exhaust. It's not enough. Ezreal comes through for the cleanup. FAKER's going to base, and he's going to TP back in to try and set up a 20-minute Baron Nashor. And you've got to say, whilst Red Side's taken over the game, I'm still not pleasantly surprised. Like, I know Nemesis is a good player, but he had a very good game here into a matchup that you probably should lose out very hard in the early game. Good stun, good setup. And it's just the Ezreal show today, isn't it? Like, they do have Jinx Gangplank with a TF for Jaeger. They can make a comeback. Their comp is ridiculous. They just needed to hold on in the mid game, which they couldn't do. Now we get a level lead, gold lead. FAKER! So close, man. And yeah, we're a bit of a problem. We've had too much time to farm up. Too much time to ourselves. Nothing to buy. No inventory space. Not enough gold. Gonna piss chill. Archangel. Nice. Now, what are you guys thinking next? Magi's death cap would be crazy, but considering the Viego starting to get some MR, probably the Void Staff wouldn't go too bad. Armor Pen, like, Magic Pen on Syndra just works exceptionally well. Shove, shove, shove. We should be able to look for a 5-man siege. Tahm splitting into the bot side. Doesn't have TP though. But the Viego's out of the equation, so... This must just be so depressing for Nemesis, because this Jinx will not come online. It's too late, I think. It's gone from even gold to like 7, 8k gold lead in a matter of 5 minutes. And just watch how you on Syndra, guys, you set your balls up. You zone control with your balls deep, and then if they move up, they're zoned by the potential of your E coming out on your balls. So you just want to put them as many as you can at advantageous angles, where if they try and clear the wave, you just E and you're gonna get double stun. Simple as that. Not rocket science, but I see a lot of Syndras don't set up sieges correctly on this champ. So we just popped that goddamn ult. One more Q will finish him. He has to flash away. Double inhib. Should be double inhib into the reset, and then... They got Soul coming up too. Holy shit. Rest in peace. Level 16 Syndra is... When you've maxed out the ultimate, you get extra range on it. It's actually super nice and underrated. The extra range on Syndra are so that you don't have to get bloody so close. And it will be a Void Staff next. It keeps you so much safer in the late game team fights. Just pop a QR onto the enemy AD and they're dead. They're out of the game. And a lot of time they disrespect the range. As you've set up now for Ocean Salt. Tommy Kench with the Anathema chains. Hopefully he's put that onto the Twisted Fate as well. Nemesis doesn't sell the Medjais. I always wonder about Medjais. Whenever it's below like 3 stacks, I'm kind of like, just, dude, I'm sacking this. But you can't hate on someone that's optimistic. Looking for the one more inhibitor. Triple inhib is a death sentence. I was trying to ask my Twitch chat the other day, like, what would you rather? Would you rather triple inhibitor or double inhibitor plus double Nexus towers? I came to the conclusion that it's probably comp. Is it really dependent on if, like, you have some type of, like, really aggressive champion, like a Camille or something with TP that can just backdoor? And depending if they have wave clear or not. Like, decent wave clear. But still, man, I think I would have taken the triple inhibs. Get 6 supers, it's just not fair. I don't think I really don't know if I've won a game when I'm down triple inhibs. Very rare. Looking for the siege. Should be just unrelenting power coming through. Faker setting as many balls out. Now wait for this wave and shove in. Faker has flash. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's as soon as he sees the Nemesis, he should just flash in. Let's see if he looks for it. Still has ultimate. Flash is in there. Pops that ultimate into Viego's dead body. And what a game. Really nice played, honestly, by both mids. I'm happy with how they played it. But Faker, guys, he's going to come out... Oh? He's going to come out with the dub there. The Nexus explodes. Pretty good matchup overall. I'd say Nemesis played decent. I really liked the way he played the early game. And yeah, I don't know. I think that was a good matchup to cover. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And hopefully I see you all on the next video. Peace.